Hello, welcome to the Global Dialogue for Justice in its 7th year and our continued effort to inform and engage the global community and people with conscience, according to my favorite professor, about the persecution of innocent people in Turkey and beyond, as well as the most important issues affecting people and communities around the world. Today, I'm honored to welcome back our professor as we return to our Scholars Work series and for the final episode of our latest project, Finding Hope in a World in Peril. Dr. Bayram Erzurumluoğlu. Dr. Bayram, welcome back. And I'm truly honored to have you, your presence and always your guidance here. So welcome and please greet our audience.
Thank you very much, Minajana, inviting me for your programs. We have got a saying in our country, it goes like this. Every pharaoh, Egyptian pharaoh, I mean, has its Moses, so that basically all authoritarian leaders find their enemies. If they don't have an enemy, they create one, whether superficial or real. But in our case, our authoritarian leader found his superficial enemy, let's say, people with good records, good intentions, with no intent to harm anybody, but our authoritarian leader made those lovely, mostly lovely, mostly innocent people terrorists, so that while he beats those innocent people, oppresses, suppresses, crushes those innocent people, the same authoritarian leader sent signals to other people in the country, all around the world, saying that, look, if you disobey my orders, if you disobey my rule, you will be ending up like these people. You see how I made these innocent people terrorists. I can make you terrorists too. Here is another and most prominent example I give to your audience. The mayor of Istanbul. Mayor of Istanbul, once one of the most popular people in our country, and he started to be more quite popular in Europe or in political arenas in Europe. Now he is an organized criminal leader. He's the most dangerous person for our country. Well, as innocent people, we don't sense any danger from him. He tried to rule Istanbul as best as he could. He was a sympathetic person. Well, to be honest, I voted for him since I live in Istanbul. So, as voters, as citizens of Istanbul, we didn't feel any threat from the mayor of Istanbul. He was quite popular. He would be our next president if he was allowed to run for the presidential elections. Now, he's a traitor. He's a terrorist. He is the most corrupt man on earth. How he was made terrorist, traitor, the most corrupt man on earth? You might guess. If you don't follow the orders, if you don't follow the rules of any authoritarian leader, you will be next terrorist, you will be next traitor, you will be the most dangerous man on earth. You could be a criminal organization leader, as it happened to the mayor of Istanbul. So I just wish our audience to take lessons from this example so that they never give any sympathy, any passive or active support to any authoritarian leader on earth, because all authoritarian leaders are liars and criminals, and also robbers of their nations. You might wonder how all those things could happen, and the people they rule do not rise. Simple. Didn't I tell you that all authoritarian leaders are liars? Yes, they are masters of propaganda. They make you live in hell, and they make you believe you are living in heaven. That is, those kind of things are happening in my country right now. Those ignorant people think that you people of the free world are envying their lifestyles, envying their poverty. See, since they are living in heaven, they might be poor, but they are still in heaven. So, basically, all free people of the world, please know the truth and act accordingly, so that those kind of calamities do not come to your door. I thank you very much, Merjina, for giving me this opportunity to educate the people of the world again and again. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Dr. Bayram. There's a lot of lesson to be learned, from Turkey, and everything that you said. It's true, but let's start with the propaganda. Okay, so let's say the Turkish people are not able to rise up as what we wanted to. It's because the media is controlled, and you have already explained this. You have shared with us how the regime is controlling the media. So in Turkey, there is a reason, for example, that they are not able to rise up at the moment. But when we're talking about countries, the Western countries, where they still have access, to the media, so sometimes we wonder, what are the excuse of people in the free world for not being able to rise up and really question the suppression of their speech that is, it's happening right now. And this is what you have warned us for every time we go on our we have our project. Almost in each project, your message is, if you stay silent, these authoritarian rulers will do exactly the same as what's happening in Turkey and other countries with dictatorship. So it's happening. What you're saying is true, and it's in a very short period of time. What you've been telling us, we thought it's going to happen years from now, but no, it's happening right now. And I think it's a very important lesson that people must pay attention to stop the silence and to really get involved and to act, on this, or else, it's going to get worse, because it's already happening, as we speak right now. It's happening in my country, it's happening in other places in Europe, and it's happening in Asia and Africa, and it's going to continue, and for example, what we talk about before, I asked you, to share more about, from your research that is really, really important for us to talk about, because you just published it. But the thing that's taking center stage in almost country in the world is the Epstein files, Dr. Baram. And Turkey is not free from this. Is because it's also connected. There's a news that part of the Epstein files, that somebody, I think a member of the parliament, is part of the list, and it's saying that they were paid millions, 200 million to sell children out of Turkey. Have you heard that also, Dr. Bayram?
No, I didn't hear that, because as far as I know, or as far as I heard, Turkey is left out of the release documents of Epstein files. Okay, so we couldn't hear a word of those 200 million. There is no way we could hear it, because if anybody tries to release that sort of information, I'm sure his media, let's say social media links, social media pages, social media messages would be censored, banned in an instant, because our regime has a special institution created for doing that. Okay, so yeah, so Turkey is immune to any criminality, any association with Epstein. We are run by saints, so they cannot be. There is no way they could be in Epstein files. So there is no single page about our power elites in Epstein files, Merjina. Please do not slander or beloved power elites. Please, Merjina. Thank you. You get me?
Well, Dr. Varam, the world, is waking up. Every day with a new files, new addition to the names and to the data that's in this list and these files. And some countries are beginning to seek accountability, but it's still not happening in parts in the world like United States that should be people are expecting that seeking accountability, because we value the rights, we value especially the innocent children, and we're very serious about this. And I think it's gonna come when people will really come together and ask our politicians to step up and bring justice to those victims. So it's going to happen, Dr. Varam, and it's just it's a little slow as we expect that, but that's really normal. The bureaucracy and the infighting, the division that's happening when we deal with something like this. But I believe that it's going to one day it's going to be have a full accountability of what's happening, because it's not stopping, Dr. Varam. It's a continuous, it's not dying, because so many countries are also involved. And I think it's, I'm not losing hope that, those children and everybody who's been, victimized, they will find justice, and it will happen. So that's my hope, and that's what we are working on every day. Each time we come on this forum, that we remind people, global community, to step up and never remain silent. So it doesn't matter where you are. You're in Turkey, or you're in Yemen, or you're in the United States. We can do something if we don't give up and we never remain silent in the face of injustice. So Dr. Varam, I'm very, it's really, I'm grateful for having you, Dr. Sarah. Last time, in the last few episodes, we talk about your recently published academic research about the KHK victims. So today, as our final episode of our new project, which is Finding Hope in a World in Peril, please give us the overview first, the summary of that research.